Hey y'all, welcome back to Simple Grace Filled Home. My name is Angie, I'm your host. Today I'm working on a kitchen island. When we had our butcher block countertops put in, I actually had them I got larger than we needed purposely so that I would have a piece left over. The plans I'm gonna use are some plans I found on Pinterest, and I will link those in the description. But I'm gonna have to adjust it to size, and then obviously I'm not gonna do the top like they suggested because I have the butcher block. So I'm pretty excited to get started on this. Come along with me as we try to figure this out. Now here's my butcher block. It's about, I think, 3 foot long, and I think it's 24 inches wide. Just standard countertop width, because you know that's how wide my countertops are. So it's about 3 foot long. I'm going to measure, because it's not going to be exact measurements like in the description, what I have, the plans I have. And so I'm going to have to measure where I'm going to want it to come in, because this is really heavy. And the one I chose does call for 4x4 pieces of wood. So I thought that was good because it would be nice and sturdy. And this is heavy, so I need something that's definitely gonna hold it in place. So anyways, here's my butcher block. This is Walnut. It's obviously unfinished. It's just been hanging out in my shed this whole time, so. Okay, so it's actually day number 2 because I started late yesterday, and I have most of it finished. There's a couple finishing touches I need to do to it, and then I just sanded it last night and get it all the way up on the porch. My husband was very kind to help me. Well, you know, he was tired. He cut a bunch of wood yesterday, so poor guy. Anyways, so I'm going to show you what I have so far, and then I can kind of talk to you a little bit about the different things that I did do for this, because well, first of all, I didn't want to do all the things that were on there because it seemed like more work that I wanted to do. So it probably wasn't, but it was just me. I just wanted to as fast as possible. And since I did it last night, and I was kind of working in the dark a little bit, so here we go. So here's from the side. What I did do was how they call for these on the side here. And so I have these, but then I actually added a top piece too. So the whole edge of this 2x4 fits on this 4x4, which obviously, but so I just ran it from end to end and I screwed them all down all the way through. And then that way, because this is super heavy and I wanted to make sure it had lots of bracing. I didn't want to give it room to wiggle or give or anything like that. And then also on the bottom, I didn't want to cut more pieces in here on the bottom sides, like making slats for it to sit on top on the inside here. And I wanted it to be a little bit wider. So I added just another 2x4 right up against this one that's already there, that's set into here. And then I just cut it to length almost and screwed it in this way. And it won't bother me. And also I didn't take into account, because you know I changed the measurements on this. So this is a different measurements from what's on there. And I have this gap now, but this is actually a perfect gap for a 2x4, another 2x4. So I'm just gonna add another 2x4 right here, just because it will drive me crazy. So those are pretty much all the changes I made except for measurements. Yeah, a more stable top just because it's so heavy. And then I just kind of cheated on the bottom because I just didn't want to get the circular saw out again and start cutting and doing all that. And I don't have a chisel, so I was really making it work yesterday. It's all sanded, and I do have another piece. This wood, for some reason, is just, I'm actually going to add a 1x4 from edge to edge. And then I have a thing that goes over it, and it's actually in the picture as well. So it's a little, I don't know what you call it, like a dish holder or something, utensil holder. It'll screw in, and I just want it to all from side to side. Anyways, you'll see later, but so that's what I got so far. Some of my tools I brought up here to finish it up, but all right, so I'm pretty happy with how it came out. It didn't, you know, it's not perfect. It's like me, I'm not perfect. I'm okay with that because it just reflects my personality, I'm sure. So a little crooked, little spotty, maybe, I don't know, but I like it. I'll show you. The only thing that's not finished, I am still gonna add wheels to it. I was debating on not adding wheels to it, and especially since I added that top for bracing, I thought that maybe that would give the heft to it, but because I didn't do the numbers, obviously. But I'm still gonna add wheels to it, so I'll just order those on Amazon. That'll be a super easy project. Adding wheels, not a big deal. But here we go, is what we got. All right, here we go. This is the finished project. I stained it darker because all the woods didn't match up, and I didn't want like one piece of wood like standing out significantly more than the other. So I think this gives it a nice balance to it. It happens to be stain I already had. We used it to do our floors in Virginia when we refinished them. And then the countertop is still sealing. This is its second coat of mineral oil right now, and it will get another after this dries nicely, and then I'll rub it with some conditioner, butcher block conditioner after that. That way it's food safe, because I'll use it for food. I don't need to have cutting board or anything. And actually, you can't tell right now, but see, this part on my countertop gets used the most. And since I make biscuits and all kind of bread and everything on it, and since I do that, I just rub more mineral oil on it, and I'll condition this again. But because I do that and clean it so much, it lightens so often. So I will be glad when that's mostly just this, and it'll just be obvious, and at least my countertops will all stay the same. Anyhow, I did add a couple hooks. Here's a hook here for kitchen towels, and also another one here. And then I added this. This actually is also in the one with that I got from the plans, excuse me. And since I do like it, that came from Amazon. It didn't have directions on how to put it on, so it took me a minute to figure it out, but it wasn't too difficult. And then the hooks on the back, those did come from Walmart. I did have other hooks that I wanted to put on there, but they were just too big and they stuck out too far on it, so I wanted to avoid all that. Anyways, here is my finished project. My kitchen butcher block island. So wheels coming, and this will be finished sealing soon. All right. So thank y'all for joining me today as we go over the butcher block countertop. And I will again link in the description where I got the items, the project plans, but then also the items that I did use to build this, not the wood. We got it from an Amish guy, some of it from Lowe's. So, you know, not those things, but even the oils, I got the oils, those I ordered off Amazon when I bought my butcher block countertops in the first place. But I'll link in the description as much as information as I can, and I'll try to be specific with the dimensions. All right, thank you so much for stopping by. A simple, grace-filled home. We look forward to seeing you again.